I'm a talking in the microphone.
Boom, boom, boom. We love the boogie.
I like the boogie.
Jitterbug boogie. Can you work out why I'm opening this show with that song, Ben?
No.
I only realised as I was prepping for this that there's two reasons I've chosen that song. Originally, it was only one reason, but that is
a cool song.
We Love the Boogie by T-Rex.
Because we do like to boogie on this show.
T-Rex is connected with Jurassic Park. All right? Stay with me.
Yep.
Sam Neill from Jurassic Park was the ambassador for Eat Red Meat, and that's the song from those commercials. Remember that? Remember Sam dancing?
Yep.
And our guest this week is the director of Butchers. Red Meat Butchers.
Yeah, I'm curious, Glenn. When you were coming up with this little thing, did you ever guess that it was ever going to be possible for me or anyone else to draw that bow and figure out what the connection was?
Well, not just pretty faces here on Good Movie Monday. We're totally cringy and cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's Good Movie Monday, the weekly podcast dedicated to nerdy cinematic ramblings. Thanks for joining us. There are two of us, Glenjamin, Benjamin, and we host this damn show. Thanks for listening. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
I am great. This is my favourite time of the week.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you. Because let me tell you, I'm wearing my farting pants today.
Excellent.
And I didn't bring any matches.
That's okay. I can't reach the spray. That is a problem. Care for some incense?
See, I like the smell of my own brand, so it's not a problem for me.
I was going to say we all do, but we don't all love the smell of your own brand. But no.
I like to call it home brand. Do you remember home brand?
Yeah, I do. Is it black and gold?
Is it? Yes. A shit grey and silver? Yes, it is.
It's yellow and brown.
Yeah.
Far out. So yes, welcome everybody. If you're new to the show, this is what it's all about. It's going to be 90 minutes of that. Just potty talk, pretty much. No, we do have a great show lined up for you. As I referenced a minute ago, our interview is with the director of the Butchers franchise. The second one has just been released onto DVD called Butchers Book 2. Raghorn.
You've been talking about this, I feel like, for the last 3 months.
Yeah, look,
you are in love with this film and in love with this guy.
Number 2 particularly, I really like this one. Number 1 is okay. Number 2 is particularly good, and number 3 is coming out real soon too, called Bonesaw, and he has a whole franchise planned, which I'm going to talk to him about.
And I think by good you mean super gross and super gory.
It's a completely fully R-rated, depraved, kind of almost like a splatter film. So,
isn't that lovely?
It is lovely. But yeah, I'll be picking his brain a little bit later on. We've also got our regular segments locked in, so keep listening because Jarrett Gunn will be along with his PE class. It's the segment where he brings you the latest in all of the new release physical media. That's essential for any collector, anyone that actually cares to know what is on these DVDs as far as special features and specs and things
Even
like that.
Even if the weeks are out every now and then.
Yeah,
And things get delayed for unexpected reasons.
It doesn't matter because it's the content of the conversation. Yeah. It's not the dates that matter.
That's right. Just knowing that they're out. Knowing that they're coming out.
Exactly right. What else? We've got the Boneheads are coming up as well from Kentucky. They're going to come along with their fun size segment. This week they're talking about songs that are overused in movies. So there's plenty of those.
Like T-Rexes, we like to boogie.
That one's not. There's not enough T-Rex in movies.
Usually it's the other. What's the other T-Rex song?
Get it on.
Yeah, that's
bang and gone.
That's overused in life in general, I believe.
I should have chosen that one. Would have really locked in the theme. But now Ben wants to tell you all about social media.
Yes, we're on it.
That's all right. If you're new to the show, everybody that's watching or listening has found us anyway. That's
right. I can tell that by the number of likes we get on TikTok when these videos come across my feed. I need to unsubscribe because I'm the last thing I want to see when I'm scrolling TikTok at 4:30 in the morning.
Is yourself?
Is me. I'm working on a halfie here. This is the last thing I need.
Funny enough, though, most of them are Chloe, so you're good to go.
It's good to go. Yeah, that's right.
Right. You and I actually take up the least amount of videos on as a duo on our TikTok. It's mostly us doing the PE class with Jarrett. Or it's myself and Chloe. Like, this actual what we're doing now, not as
uninteresting to the general TikTok public.
That's right. Although this right now will be there.
Well, maybe we'll get more likes if it's more me. No,
With your halfie.
with my halfie. I get my halfie out. Set those cameras to wide angle, folks.
Yeah, so goodmoviemonday.com is the website, and that will take you to all the socials.
Yeah, we're on all of them.
Yep,
Or we're on the main ones.
We are.
Some of the lesser ones.
I was thinking about Threads the other day. Maybe we should start doing that a bit more.
Every time you say that, I just think that you're thinking of the end of the world.
Yeah,
On that Threads, the British movie about the atomic blast.
or putting clothes on.
Or like looking dapper in Threads.
That's right.
With the threads.
Far out. Spotify as well. Our music is on Spotify. It's a good playlist full of movie music. Everything we play on the show is there. Good Movie Monday, the music. Just look it up. There we go. That's I guess, what we call the obligatories out of the way, Ben.
It is. I actually jumped on the Spotify and listened to the music the other day.
Yeah, it's an eclectic group of music.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird mix.
It's best played on shuffle, I reckon.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, well, it's kind of. I mean, playing it in order is like also playing it in shuffle.
Sort of.
It's not like it's sorted by artist or band.
I have found though, towards the start of the playlist, the first hour, let's say, there's a lot of the same artists.
Oh, okay.
Because like back in the early days of the show, I would pretty much pick songs from the same artist or from the same soundtrack. And
But you had the one CD, so you were like the summer Hot 100 hits of the summer, and you just had to pick artists from that.
What's that? Guns Akimbo, when that came out, that entire soundtrack was done by the same person, and so I did all songs from the soundtrack. So you get a lot of those back to back, which are fucking banger tracks. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad you had a listen, mate.
I did.
It'll get you far. You're going on a trip soon. You can listen to it all the way.
I can listen to it I'm only on the plane for an hour, so it's not.
Skip that first hour and just.
Yeah. But there will be a 12-minute walk from our Airbnb to our place of business.
Okay.
Which I still don't know if we're getting a hire car. I don't know if I want to walk 12 minutes every day. Like
12 minutes, mate.
12 minutes back. If I have to do an emergency shit, that's a long distance to waddle. Or trying to keep it in.
I've got a boogie. Yeah. What's been going on since I saw you last? Anything interesting in Ben World?
Look, pretty interesting. I participated in MIF trivia last week.
MIF has just wrapped up.
Which is just wrapped up.
Like it went forever.
It does go for 3 weeks. Is a long time in the. If you have to go to the city every day, I think.
In the film festival world.
In the film festival world. 3 weeks is a long time. But yeah, went to thoroughly embarrassed. There was only 3 people on our table because I have no friends. And everyone pulled out at the last minute.
At least they're responsible.
Yeah. Sprayed their DNA all over the wall. Unfortunately, they did not help with any of the answers. We came fourth. We got beaten by the Madman team, which was...
pulled out and came forth.
Disgusting. And then some just like a team of random movie nerds. Because we did at one point with one of the questions, we were like, this is why we needed Glenn Cochran on the team. Because it was
a really dodgy part 2 question.
Well, it was name 4 sports that Air Bud has played in the movies.
Basketball, football, volleyball, and
soccer.
Yeah.
And we got the volleyball one wrong. We said ice hockey. Oh. I mean, how the fuck can a dog play ice hockey? But then how the hell is a dog playing any of those other sports?
That's right. What a great question.
But there was some.
Well, hang on, there's enough Air Bud and Air Buddies movies to do an entire trivia night on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be there.
Yeah, it's all.
It'd be myself and Simon. Hardcore. We'd both be there.
Yeah, we should have had Simon on our team. I don't know. I should have called Simon.
Okay, fuck Glenn.
I was literally.
Should have had him.
I was literally. I knew there was no way in hell that you were going to come down. But I found out that because it was 6 people on a team and 3 people literally, including Jarrett, was one of them. Was like, oh, I completely forgot about it. I'm doing something else.
I would have come.
Oh, but this was like the thing started at 6:30. This was like at 6.
Oh, okay. That's a long way to get.
I was like, there's I made some emergency phone calls to people who live in and around the city, but it was met with no.
Excellent. Cool.
But that's. Did I do anything other than that?
Well, I got to go to the movies and you didn't come with me, and that was really disappointing. And that was no fault of your own. That was simply that they only allowed one person on my pass to see Blink twice in his Zoe Kravitz movie.
It's because we're not influencer enough.
Well, that's what pissed us off. A lot of us actual sort of film writers only got an admit one pass, and then there were influencers there with like groups of 4 or 5 people.
I think it's because, and I'm sad to say this, and I know it's your job, but I think...
Well, their influence does reach further.
I think the written word is done for.
Yeah.
Like for young people with low attention spans. Like, really, it seems that the world of film criticism has devolved to the fact of if you can take a picture of yourself in front of the poster with the peace sign and say something like Brat Summer, then that's all they really want.
I've never regarded myself as a film critic. I just prefer to entertainment writer is a more suitable kind of term for me. But yes, if you're in front of a media wall and your reach is thousands or millions, of course they're going to opt for you. Doesn't matter if you've seen the movie or not.
You're really two ends of the spectrum there. 1,000. Like, even I've got 1,000 followers on Instagram, but then millions.
Yeah,
like,
because
there's tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands.
You know why? Because I said thousands and then I visualized a couple of people that were there. Right. Like, no, they've got millions of followers. Followers. So, clearly they're going to offer that. Anyway, Blink Twice was pretty good. That's the Zoe Kravitz one. It's a movie a bit like, I compared it to The Menu, that movie recently.
Oh, really? I didn't think you liked The Menu.
I didn't love The Menu, but it's the same kind of movie. I like the story and where this one goes a lot more than The Menu. It does have a real sting in its tail. The performances are great. Christian Slater's particularly good. Haley and Joel Osment's really good too.
I heard good things, mainly from you and Jarrett.
Has he seen it?
I don't know. I think you were talking about it when we were doing PE class.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
you were talking about it.
I was talking about it. Yep. Was that actually committed to the segment?
I don't know if it's in the actual episode. It's just what we were talking about.
Yep. Anyway, look, I think it's worth a look. And the other one I saw was I saw the TV Glow.
Yes,
is out movie. This week, I believe. It's fantastic. I've compared it, not compared it. I've described it as this generation's Donnie Darko. It is, and I think that's a really apt comparison.
Okay, like I've heard mixed reviews. Some people said it was great, and then other people I've heard did not care for it.
If you don't want to mind fuck because it's going to confuse you, it's going to be perplexing. But when
I'll take any kind of fuck I can get.
When you think about it in retrospect, there's a lot of pieces to put together that make sense when you just think on it for a while, and a second viewing is going to be really beneficial.
You know I don't like to think, Glenn.
No, I know. It's a young person's David Lynch film, but I'm not going to go into the weirdness of it, but the crux of it is 2 misfit teens, awkward teens, set in the 90s, are obsessed with a TV show that's very similar to Buffy, and it's based on Buffy. Okay. And they connect over that, but they really, really invest in the story, as so many teenagers did back in the 90s with Buffy. It was a cultural kind of phenomenon. But these 2 really, really get invested in it, and then weird shit happens, and it's very much an allegory for, just feeling alienated as a teenager, and there's a lot of cool stuff going in there. There's a lot more messages.
Do they cut themselves?
Well, not the way you're saying, but there is a scene where a character does cut himself, but it's not in a self-harm way. It's pretty cool. Right. I know it's in the final act, and I'd give it away if I were to say too much.
I know it's a thing, but sometimes when it gets portrayed on movies, I just find it so completely tonally wrong. Like they can't. I find that filmmakers can't do it justice. Yeah, and it just comes across as stop fucking whining. Fucking like when I see them, just this is going to go with a content warning.
No,
but that's just I don't like sweaty movies, and I don't like movies where angsty goth teens cut themselves.
It's not that kind of
because
teen angst.
They blah blah.
It is not that kind of teen movie, and I think you will particularly dig it. Just even the style of it alone, I think you'll really get a kick out of.
Well, I will check it out now that it's on theatrical.
Yes. All right, cool. That's about it for the intro. Let's move it on to the next segment. Jarrett's about to drop in. Better drag his ass into the show.